What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now, I know I was gone for a couple weeks, but I have a good reason. I've been working on some projects on the Speed 6 and the Toyota Tundra, and we've just had a couple of issues come up, but I do have a few videos in the works for you guys, but I wanted to take the time today to talk about the Speed 6. Now, as you guys can see, we do have the new JDM motor installed, but there is only one downside. We are leaking fuel. Now, I'm pretty sure it's probably going to be something here on the fuel line, because when we come to our high pressure fuel pump right in here, it is actually bone dry. Now, normally if the high pressure fuel pump was leaking, you would see it more dripping on the driver's side, but as you guys can tell, it's actually underneath the passenger side. That's why it leads me to believe that it's got to be something here on the fuel rail, maybe an injector ring, something along those lines. So as of right now, the Mazdaspeed 6 is currently running, but we do not want to drive it with a fuel leak because that can cause a big fire hazard. Now, there are a few things I want to talk to you guys about today and get your opinion on, but in order for us to do that, we got to go back through the history on the Mazdaspeed 6. Now, for some of the OGs, you probably will know what's been going on the Mazdaspeed 6, but for some of the newer subscribers, let's go back to when I originally bought the car. I bought this car on June 1st, 2022 with some issues. I had just gotten it with a fresh rebuilt motor, but there were still a few things to get done, like control arms, connecting up the CV axles, and a few other hiccups that we had. Now, I was super stoked. I picked up the Mazdaspeed 6 for a pretty good deal. I got it for $3,000 as is, and to me that seemed pretty good. I would probably put maybe $2,000–$3,000 into it to get it running. So for $6,000, I was gonna have a super sick all-wheel drive track car. Now, it did take me some time to get everything dialed in on those first original issues, and that's why we weren't able to track it in 2022. Now, fast forward to earlier this year when the track season was getting started, and that's when we ended up blowing the transfer case. I did put in a new transfer case from a Mazda CX-7, and from there everything was seeming pretty good. Now, after we got the transfer case installed, we were able to actually take it out to the track. I was super excited to get the Mazdaspeed 6 out on the track. We rented a trailer, got all our tools ready, and with high hopes we were ready to hit the track running. But as some of you guys may know, on our third lap out, we started experiencing some really bad rod knock. So halfway through my third lap, I'm deciding, okay, I've got to get off the track. And unfortunately, to get off the track, it was the very last turn. So we make our way off of the track finally. We're headed back to the pits. And well, I'll throw in the clip here and you guys can just hear for yourself. Yep, that's right. Third lap out, bad rod knock. Coming into the pits, we did blow the motor. Now, as you guys saw earlier, I do have the motor in the back of the Tundra. So let's go ahead and let's check out some of the huge holes that are in the side of the block. Now, hopefully you guys can see that, but right in there is a huge hole. Although that hole is kind of large, that is not even the biggest hole we have on this motor. As you guys can see on the other side of the motor, you can see this huge hole with the rod hanging out. Now, after examining and looking in those holes, we actually did bend the crank. So this motor is completely shot. We're not going to be able to use anything from the bottom end. We'll probably end up using some of the top end stuff. Now, I do want to rip open this motor, kind of see what's going on inside, even though we do know a rod and piston kind of left the chat. Now, with the new motor in, I thought everything was going to be just fine and dandy. And unfortunately, that wasn't the case. We now have a fuel leak, which I showed you guys earlier. Another issue we have is our air to fuel ratio on our Cobb access port is not actively reading, and some research that I've done is showing that it's bad O2 sensors. Now, I did replace those O2 sensors when I originally bought the car. They were missing, and so I'm thinking maybe they just didn't get plugged in correctly, or they were bad from the factory. Now, I'm going to have to tackle a fuel leak, the O2 sensors, and then hopefully that fixes our AFR reading issue. If not, I'm going to have to figure out why our air to fuel ratio is not showing, because that can cause some serious problems with the engine, and it can actually have a lot of knock if it's not reading the AFRs correctly. So this is where I want to get your guys' opinion. Do I push the Mazdaspeed 6 off to the side, save up some more money, that way we can get everything dialed in right then and there, and we'll do it all throughout the winter, create awesome content with it, and then be ready for the 2024 track season? Or would you guys like to see me hit the track in 2023 for one more, maybe two more times? We're probably not going to make July because it's next next weekend, but we could push, try and get out there in August on my birthday actually, or even make it to the October track day. That way you guys can see a little bit more track content this year. So let me know in the comment section below. Should we push the Mazdaspeed 6 off to the side, work on the Tundra a bunch more, which I do have quite a few videos lined up in the pipeline. We just got to get them finished, finish filming, editing, and schedule them to be posted? Or do we grind super hard, screw the Tundra, we get this Mazdaspeed 6 dialed in, hopefully make the August track day. If not, we have 3 months till October and we can be out on the track in October. So I want to hear from you guys. Let me know in the comments section below what you guys think. I'll tell you honestly, I'm kind of leaning towards pushing the Mazdaspeed 6 off to the side, getting the Tundra dialed in, getting that thing looking super clean and sick, saving up some money, and then going ham on the Mazdaspeed 6 during the winter. That way we can be out at all 8 track days throughout the whole spring and summer months. So let me know in the comment section below. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. If you are new here, smash that subscribe button. We've got lots of content to come on the Mazdaspeed 6 and even my Toyota Tundra. I'm super grateful for all of you guys. We are super close to 1,000 subscribers. So smash that subscribe button so you can get entered into my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and we will see you guys next time. Peace.